Hello everybody, welcome to your Daily Pop, and we're back using these unbelievable healing energy oracle. Listen you guys, one of the best things I did for myself yesterday right when I woke up, it popped up on my feed because, it is real. Our guides and angels bring to us exactly what we need. I was planning for an outing and getting all excited. And then like anybody else, it's like we're over considering things and facets and, well, we need this. And we start to worry instead of just gently gliding into the day and going, hooray, I'm going to do something fun. So I saw on my feed that Louise Hay came up, and it was, I can do it, how to use affirmations to change your life. Just quietly listening while I was getting ready, and I felt like my breathing slowed down. I felt so good. I felt so like curious and happy about the day, as opposed to getting anxious and, well, do I need to bring this, and all of the overflow of things. Because her main premise is what we basically think about, we bring into our lives. If we think restful, self-affirming, capable, chill, happy thoughts, mentally we are in that arena. We create those conditions, and we thrive in those conditions because they are slower, calmer, they're paced, we're not frantic. And it was just so wonderful. So if you guys can listen to any podcast or anything over on YouTube, it's Louise Hay, I Can Do It, how to use affirmations to change your life. And I just listened to it like every time I felt myself like speeding up or thinking that I had to multitask or produce, just listen to it, because it's basically, getting ourselves on that frequency that we want to attract. And my main thing is I want to feel stable, calm, collected, and feel like there's plenty of time. And it really gives you that headspace that you do. And, I just created an afternoon on a farm where I noticed every little thing. I had conversations with some cool people. It was one of those things where I didn't want to be anywhere else but that place, because I was cherishing it and I was present. Such a wonderful reminder, because we do that, right? Sometimes we'll even be in a place that we love, but we're like, all right, what are we doing next? Do I have to get gas, right? We start to plan, and it's not necessary. And it makes for so more enhanced experience day, conversations with family members. Like, I was even laughing at stuff that would have annoyed me, because my son was hilarious. We were at the drive-through getting breakfast sandwiches and coffee, and I had this clear makeup bag in my regular bag, and it was like my good makeup and stuff that I like, and he thought it was closed. So as a joke, he goes to fling it in the back seat, and all the makeup just flies out. Luckily it all landed on the back seat, but I didn't know or see that. But instead of getting upset, I just started laughing because it looked so absurd, and it was so funny. He looked so surprised, like, uh-oh, what's she gonna do? And I just didn't care, because I was like, I can pick this makeup up. But my first instinct, really, like a thing that flipped in my head, was, oh my gosh, what if the eyeshadows are cracked? Or what if it, lands in between this and I can't get it? And then I was like, stop, who cares? Like, worrying about it and starting your adventure of your day out like this isn't going to help. So then it was like, you're able to reel yourself in. And that's part of this unconditional love for yourself. You love yourself. Why would you want to make yourself anxious or unhappy? Like, we have to recognize that, right? My heart is free from resentment towards others. And also something that Louise Hay was saying too is some of the most self-sabotaging thoughts deal with resentment. We resent others because we think they have put us in a mental state, a predicament, or a situation where honestly it was our attitudes towards them that did this. So we have to let go of that, right? I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I'm aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people. I see the pure child in everyone and practice forgiveness. I tend to do this. It's a weird thing that I've done the majority of my life. When somebody's acting really selfish or angry or crazy, I picture them as a child, because basically it's on unmet needs that they don't know how to handle, right? So it's one of those things where you'd approach a child with calm, unconditional love, right? You wouldn't start shouting back at them, and that's where we get our good results. And people sense that when we have unconditional love for them, and we're not judging them, and we're not adding more fuel to the fire when they're not feeling well. That, we are understanding, we are patient with people. I love that, because that's something I can definitely see, but we do sometimes have to press that pause button, right, to go, okay. And that has to do with attention. I am attentive to all what manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. My love for others is unconditional, and I forgive. My desire to improve is constant, and I am firm, brave, and hardworking. Honestly, you guys, whatever we tell ourselves, we start to believe. So say things out loud. I am going to create wonderful experiences. And I like to speak in the present too, because that kind of adjusts our thinking to it's here and we can experience it right now, not it's something down the road. And also it is important that what are we doing right now? Like, just stop and see how many other things you're doing besides listening to this video. Are you also preparing things and multitasking and looking around and seeing what needs being done in your home or your car or whatever, right? I like complete attention to that one thing that we are doing so we can do it well. And we can also reap all the benefits of it, right? On a nature walk. Like, I saw colors yesterday I hadn't experienced in a while. That fresh spring, electric, gorgeous green moss on these beautiful rocks. And I'm going to put some stuff over on IG from the farm. It was so beautiful. Seriously, my son just sat down on a rock and just was like looking at, there were silver ducks. No kidding. And Ian and Hagen kept saying too, you don't have to take so many pictures, just look at it with your eyes so you can experience it. And I was like, that's so true. So I took like a tenth of the normal amount of pictures that I normally would, because I just wanted to experience and pay attention to that. These ducks were gray, and in the light they were silver. They were amazing. We saw so many different breeds, but that was it. It was like I was paying attention to the things that I thought were miraculous and beautiful, as opposed to anything else. Now, with this card too, I love this because the stuff I've been listening to has been so helpful in the fact that we can absolutely retrain ourselves. We can retrain our thinking to get back on a positive mindset. Like, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to return any phone call, email, or anything today. I'm not, that's reaching and seeking and all of that. Contentedness is, I'm fine where I am. Anything else is a benefit, is, a little bit of icing on the cake. But our mind and our ego will constantly be trying to push us. But when we're paying attention to the beautiful things that we're doing right now, like this video when you're listening to it, let the soft kind of words just fall over you so you can absorb them and listen and breathe and go from, let each moment be as important as the next. We like to hopscotch over things and try to get to some next new event thinking it's going to be better or more enhanced than the last, which isn't necessarily true. The more attention we pay, the better it's going to be. Like, I literally felt like time stood still yesterday at that farm, looking at the lake, looking at the little rushing rivers and the animals. There were animals that were squawking. We saw and got to experience new barn kittens that were let out for the first time. We saw these little cats peeking under the fence, and we started laughing. We're like, what is going on? They have collars, but they're so little and they're so funny, and they were trying to catch the starlings. And one of the farm people came out, and he was like, oh yeah, this is their first day out. They're so excited. It was such a wonderful conversation. It was such a neat experience, all for paying attention and being present in the moment. So courage, I love this because this is something I have to say aloud to myself too. I always go, I'm courageous and I'm capable. Why not? Why be anything other? When we're courageous, we're able to push through something and get out on the other side and do it with courage has a kind of valor and strength and focus to it, where cowardice is, I always feel like it's hiding from the inevitable. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen anyway. So don't you want to see yourself as kind of like the courageous person in this storyline in your life? Say no to somebody who aggravates you and doesn't respect and have reverence for who you are. Say no, I'm not going to, just because I have this skill set, I'm not going to come and apply it to make your life better, right? It could be somebody at work that pushes their workload on you. Could be a family member that's constantly throwing little digs. Be courageous and say, I don't appreciate that. I wouldn't say these things to you, and they really bother and harm me, and you better just cut the crap there. You know what I mean? Like, just standing up for yourself as well. It's a nice feeling. It doesn't mean we have to be combative or we have to be problematic, but courage always pays in the end. It really does. And I remember some of the times I was the most proud of myself in my life is when I stood up to really self-indulgent, snob, gigantic a-holes in high school, where if they were picking on somebody, I just stood up and went and said something to them, like, that's not necessary. or yeah, just like I stood up for myself, for other people around me. You know, it stands out in my head because a lot of people just think, oh, I'll just go along to get along, but that's how people let politicians that shouldn't be in power, let, you know, family members kind of like take on this directory mode, trying to tell them how to live their lives, what schools to go to, what jobs to take, stuff like that. You know, it's like standing up. So no, I am stronger than fear and bigger than doubt, because doubt just really is another form of fear, right? I am light and I remain light. I trust in God and I stand tall before the tests of life. I grow and become wiser through every challenge. I am a being of new life. Every single day we get a chance to reignite that fire within us that says, yes, I can have that, do, be, say, think, and feel this, and go out and relish my life. And I'm not going to, you know, kowtow to anybody else. Just the most powerful you, the you that pays attention, the you that has unconditional love, and the you that deserves all of these things as well. So that's your daily pop, you guys. Love and light.